Wine checked herself in mirror properly. I'm hating my perfect body right now. Hope everything go well and I get this job. She checked her chest area properly while leaving a sigh, and someone came inside washroom. What happened? What are you doing in female's washroom? And Wine's eyes widened after hearing that and she gulped. But I didn't saw bored and came here. I was in hurry. I'm sorry. She bowed and immediately ran out of washroom. He was weird and his voice too. She started checking herself in mirror, but he was very handsome. Where took this much time? Washroom. He sighed and nodded his head. Okay, let's go now. Sir is free. Wine nodded her head. Minho went ahead and she followed him. Hello, sir. A man was standing near the window and he was holding his phone. He turned around after hearing the voice, and Wine's eyes widened after seeing him. Sir, this is Yeonjun, your new bodyguard. Hello. She immediately bowed. He is my bodyguard. Are you sure he can protect me? He gave a judgmental look while checking Wine head to toe, and it made Wine too much nervous. Sir, he is perfect for you. I have checked him properly. He only looks small, but he's really brave and strong. Taehyung wasn't looking convinced. He came towards Wine while his gaze was stuck on her, and she was looking down while gulping her saliva continuously. He will protect me. He stand in front of Wine. Sir, he's good. Agency gave best man for you. Taehyung nodded and suddenly he attacked on Wine, which taken aback her, but she immediately took action. She held his hand and within second he was on floor. Sir, he started helping Taehyung in getting up. So sorry. What you did? He scolded Wine in whisper and Wine gave an innocent look. He attacked me first. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir, for what he did. He bowed and Wine too did the same. You may leave. Wine got sad and a sigh left her mouth by thinking she couldn't get job. I'll bring better one. He held Wine's hand and started walking out of Taehyung's cabin. Not him, but stopped. Huh? He's good one. I like him. He will be my bodyguard till Jimin come back. Okay, sir. Do your work properly. In last, he whispered to Wine and went out of Taehyung's cabin. Your full name? John Wine Yeonjun. Did you guard anyone before? Wine shook her head. But don't worry, I won't give you a chance to complain. He went towards his seat. What I have to do? Protect me. Wine looked around. Who will attack you here? Taehyung blinked after listening that. So sorry, stand outside. I have a meeting in 1 hour and we will leave in few minutes. Okay, boss. She bowed and went out of Taehyung's cabin. Finally, I got job. She was moving her hips left and right in slight dancing way to celebrate her this victory, but her action stopped after seeing Taehyung on door. She blinked and her whole face turned red in embarrassment. What were you doing? I was dusting my bag. Something fell on it. She flashed a smile and Taehyung gave her a suspicious look. Are we going somewhere? He headed towards left and she followed him while slapping her forehead for getting caught in such a situation. Is everything ready? Yes, Mr. Kim, everything is ready. I don't want any problem. Yes, Mr. Kim. He sat inside his car and Hana too sat beside him. What are you waiting for? Huh? Do I need to open door for you? Wine immediately shook her head. Then get in. Yes, boss. She immediately went on driving seat. Then was talking on phone and he was heading inside. Suddenly Wine held his coat and pulled him back. What the? There is flower pot lying. You might fall down. He looked down and saw a flower pot lying. Thanks. You can go back home now. Thank you, boss. Good night. He hummed and headed inside. She sighed loudly and lifted that pot and kept that on its place. It's really hard to guard someone, especially by faking gender. Finally, it's a relief. She sighed loudly after freeing her chest and she dropped her body on bed. Hope I won't get couch. She closed her eyes. She needed a job, but she was not getting any job, and then she got no. One agency needs man for bodyguard. She is very strong, so she applied, but the agency were appointing only men, and she ended up pretending to be man. Did you got job? Yes, Grandpa, I got. Now don't you dare to talk about my marriage. What's the job? I got a receptionist job in a company. Which company? It's very small company. She spoke with fake smile. Still, it must have a name, right? Yeah, it's basically a makeup store and its name is Beauty with Terry. It's a weird name. Yeah, I know. One flashed a fake smile and focused on her food. Beauty with Terry, isn't it weird name? Wait, it's my name. Yeah, I know. I only remember you in such a situation. So I kept this name of the imaginary store in which I work. What will you do if your grandpa starts searching for this store? I don't know. I'm sure he will search to make sure I got some small and simple job by my own ability. Once I loudly and rolled on bed. By the way, who is your boss? Kim Group's CEO, Kim Taehyung. Terry choked after hearing that. You are guarding my oppa. Unfortunately, yes. What's the time to come, Mr. Yunjun? Sorry, boss. She immediately bowed. Didn't Minho gave you my schedule, huh? Yes. Then? Why are you late? Sorry. Thanks, loudly. I'm letting it go since you are new on this work. But I won't tolerate this type of behavior again. Get that? Yes, boss. Let's go now. Wine immediately opened door and Taehyung sat inside. She sat slightly and went on driving seat. Wine opened door for Taehyung. Taehyung stepped out of car and Wine bowed. Park car and bring my stuff in my cabin. Wine nodded. Taehyung headed inside office. Wine stepped inside Taehyung's cabin after knocking. He was not in cabin and she felt relieved as she didn't need to deal with his cold gaze for now. She thought to just keep his stuff on table and left his cabin immediately. She looked around and went to a table. She put his bag and other stuff on table. She sighed and turned to leave, but she bumped into someone. She was about to fall, but that person saved her by holding her waist. Her eyes got closed for a few seconds, and when she opened her eyes, her heart skipped a beat. But boss, his face was very close to her and he was staring her. Where were your attention? Sorry. She pushed him away. He let out a sigh and went towards his seat. Bring a lemon water for me. Huh? He turned towards her and lifted his eyebrow. Do you have some hearing problem? One blinked in embarrassment. Bring me a lemon water. Yes, boss. She immediately ran out of his cabin. He is too much weird. He sighed while shaking his head and went towards his seat. Wine entered in washroom to calm down herself, but Wine flinched by the sudden scream and her gaze went on the girl who was changing her shirt. Sorry, she turned her head other side and that woman threw her heel on Wine. You pervert, what the hell are you doing here, huh? Sorry, she immediately ran out of ladies' washroom as she didn't want it to get beaten. Wine sighed loudly after coming out of washroom. She fanned herself and went towards canteen to get lemon water for Taehyung. Why did you take this much time? Washroom. Bring that green file. He pointed on shelf. Okay, boss. That file was on upper shelf. When pulled the stool me herself and start taking that file. Her stool was moving, which Taehyung saw. You will fall. Don't worry, boss, I won't fall. She lifted her ankle to get that file. Taehyung sighed and got up from his seat and went towards her. Just a beat. She lifted her ankle a little more and unfortunately, she lost balance. A scream left her mouth and she closed her eyes tightly in fear. But she felt her body lift in air. She opened her eyes slowly and her gaze met Taehyung's. He was lifting her in his arms. Taehyung's heart skipped a beat for the first time when her scared gaze met his. He felt some weird emotions hitting him. Thank you, boss. Her shaking voice brought him back in sense and he immediately looked away from her while clearing his throat. Be careful. Yeah, he slowly put her on the floor and went towards his seat. Call me if you need anything. She bowed and went out. What happened? God, why am I feeling like this? She tried to calm down her fast heartbeat by taking deep breaths. How was your day? Did Oppa got suspicious? No, he didn't. And I hope things will go like this till I get a good job by my own ability. Did you got any response from XYZ restaurant? Yeah, I got. The owner called me by himself and he said he will give me manager's position and he was even flirting. One sighed annoyingly and Teddy chuckled. I don't know what I'll do. I don't want to go other city living with Grandpa. And Grandpa stick with his one other of me, start working from small job. And I get fired within 2 days from these small jobs. Don't worry, you will get a good job soon. One let out a huge sigh and hummed. Okay, I'll go to sleep now since I need to wake up early or else your brother will scold me too much if I get late. Teddy giggled and hummed. Good night. Bye, good night. She hung up the call and rolled on bed. And her mind went on early incident. She shook her head to shrug those thoughts and she snuggled her head under the pillow. Good morning, boss. Taehyung flinched slightly as she wished him just after he opened door, and he has no idea she's standing on door. He let out a sigh and handed her his stuff. Bring car. He went back inside, one side slightly and went towards parking area. Did Mr. John respond? Yes, he did, and he said he will decide if he wants to work with us or not after the meeting. Taehyung nodded his head. Prepare everything for meeting. When he want to meet us? His assistant said next month. Taehyung hummed and Hannah went out and Wine came inside with green tea. Do you want anything else, boss? Taehyung shook his head, went by and went out of his cabin. He took a glance of Wine and his wounding. Yes, Mom? Are you busy? Taehyung hummed while his gaze was stuck on his laptop screen. Last night you had a date, right? Taehyung didn't answer and he heard his mom sigh. She was waiting for you. Why didn't you went, huh? Mom, I had work and I informed her about that. Again this work. What work you do so you don't get time to go on date with your fiancé? Your father was also CEO and he always gave us his time. Mom, please, not again, I'm busy. I don't know anything. Today I fixed a date and you will go. Get that? Thanks, I hummed. Don't hum. Give me proper answer. Okay, Mom, I will go. Now may I hang up the call? I have lots of work. Take care. You too. Bye. Love you. He hung up the call and his phone again rang. He checked caller ID and answered while sighing. Why didn't you come to meet me last night? I messaged you I got some work. Auntie arranged a date tonight too. Will you come or just make me wait? I'll come. I have work so I'm hanging the call. He hung up without letting her say anything more. Where is the other file? He checked every drawer but didn't find the file. He got up and headed out of his cabin. Wayne was standing on the door in front of Taehyung's cabin when her gaze went on a girl who was struggling in carrying files. As it was too much, Wayne immediately went to help her. "Give me, I'll carry it." "No, I'll manage." "You're struggling. Give me these. You might fall." "Okay." Wayne took file from her and flashed a smile. "Thank you. I was taking this file to Mr. Kim. So you gave it now? Okay. Thank you. You're so sweet." "Oh, thank you for compliments." One spoke with a smile and that girl blushed. "My name is Dain. I'll go now." One hummed and she went away. One took a glance of files and headed towards Taehyung's cabin. Her hand was engaged, so she tried to push door by her body, but suddenly door got open. It made her lose balance and she fell ahead while screaming slightly. Those files fall from her hand and she fell along with Taehyung under her. Her eyes got closed for a few seconds, and when she opened her eyes, her heart skipped a beat and she felt butterfly all over her stomach. Taehyung was lying under her and his hands were circled around her waist while his gaze was stuck on her. She gulped and immediately moved away from him. He looked away from her and sat up. I'm sorry, boss. My hand was not empty, so I needed to push door by my body. Sorry." She explained her side and immediately started grabbing files. Taehyung too started collecting files as it was all over floor. One was grabbing files in her hurry and she didn't notice and her head bumped in Taehyung's head. She closed her eyes tightly. What I will do with myself? Why I always embarrass myself like this in front of him? She scolded herself in her mind and mumbled a sorry while she avoided looking at Taehyung. He hummed and both collected all the files. "Sorry again, and I gave this file. Keep it on my desk." He went out and once sighed loudly while slapping her forehead. What I will do with myself? "Let's go XYZ restaurant." Why nodded and started driving. She took a glance of Taehyung through mirror. He was busy in phone. She brought back her gaze on the road, but it was going on him time to time. Then got some text and he looked at one. "Turn car to his house. We want to go restaurant now." "Huh? Okay." She noticed Taehyung staring her. She cleared her throat and he looked away from her. "Do you need anything else, boss?" "No, you can go out." Wayne nodded and bowed and went out of his cabin. Why the hell I was staring at him? He rubbed his face while leaving a deep sigh and someone knocked on the door. The person came inside. "Boss, you called me?" "I need file of ABC project." "Sir, I'm still working on that." "What? You're still working? Then where the hell were you from past 4 days, huh?" He brushed and that man flinched. "Sorry, sir, I'll complete it fast. Please give me some time." He bowed multiple times. "By evening, I want that file." That man nodded and immediately went out of Taehyung's cabin. Taehyung sighed loudly. "Yeonjun." Wine didn't come. "Yeonjun, come inside." Still Wine didn't. Taehyung was already mad and it made him more mad. He got up and madly headed out of his cabin. Where is this boy?" Wine was not standing on door. Taehyung looked around and his gaze went on Wine. She was talking to a girl and that girl was smiling. Her smile was more like blushing, which Taehyung didn't like for some reason. He clenched his jaw and went towards them. "By the way, your smile is very beautiful." "Thank you." She blushed. "If you don't mind, can we eat lunch together?" "Okay." "Did I appointed you to flirt here? Huh?" One looked at him and she kept seeing him mad. "Boss, what are you doing here? Huh? Do you work on this floor?" Dain shook her head. "Then what are you doing here?" Do I pay you for gossiping? Sorry, sir. She bowed and immediately left from there, and now Wayne was alone with a mad Taehyung. Boss. Taehyung glared at her and went back to his cabin. Wayne gulped and followed him. I'm tired now. Please let's go home. It's just wait a little more. She went through stuff when Silent looked around and her gaze went on a familiar figure. She looked carefully and felt the sting feeling in her heart. How is it? What are you looking at? She followed Wayne's gaze. Oppa? Taehyung was doing shopping with a girl. Let's go. She grabbed Wayne's hand and dragged her towards Taehyung. Daddy, no. Daddy, he will recognize me. Wayne tried to free her hand from Daddy's grip, but she just dragged her. Hi, Oppa. Taehyung took a glance of her. He was busy on phone. Hi. Taehyung hummed and stared at Wayne. It made her nervous and she tried to avoid his gaze. Hi, Teddy. Hi, Wayne. Hi, Sony. Teddy sounded cold, while Wayne didn't fist her back. You know Wayne? Yeah, I know her. Right, Wayne? Wayne still didn't answer. Anyway, I need to buy some stuff, so we are going. Bye. Taehyung, let's go. She grabbed Taehyung's hand and Wayne gulped. Sony dragged Taehyung with her and Taehyung turned his head to take a glance of Wayne. He felt Wayne is very familiar to his bodyguard. I literally hate her. She rolled her eyes and her gaze went on Wayne, who was still looking in their direction. Hey, what are you looking at? Huh? Who was she? Unfortunately, she's Oppa's fiancé. A few days ago, their marriage got fixed. She let out a sigh. You know, she has created such a good image in front of my family, but I know her real face. This girl is not good for my Oppa. One took a glance of the way where they went. She was feeling an uneasiness inside her after seeing Taehyung with a girl. When kept Taehyung's lunch on table and bowed and left. She didn't stand there like other day she used to do. Taehyung didn't mind that and started eating as it was not something big. Hey, he pulled the wine when she was about to bump with a man and immediately pushed away Taehyung's hand. Thank you, boss. Wine? Huh? Yes, Grandpa? Where is your attention? You are not eating and just playing with foods. It's nothing. She flashed a fake smile and started eating fastly and Mr. John stared her. He felt something is odd with her. When placed Taehyung's tea on table and he stared her. Do you need anything else, boss? He shook his head and someone came inside after knocking. Boss, here is the file. She put file on desk and flashed a smile towards Wine. In return, Wine to a smile which Taehyung noticed and cleared his throat. You can leave. Taehyung bowed and took a glance of Wine before leaving Taehyung's cabin. I'll stand outside. Taehyung hummed and Wine went out. Taehyung started checking the file. It was wrong file. He sighed. This girl can never do her work properly. He got up and headed out of cabin by thinking Dine must be in corridor. He came out his cabin and his gaze went on Dine, who was giving something to Wine. Taehyung noticed it was chocolate and Taehyung didn't like that. He went towards them. What are you both doing here? Wine turned towards Taehyung. I was just talking to her. She had chocolate behind her back, which Dine gave her. Do I pay you both for talking? Wine gulped. I'll go. She immediately started walking. Wait. She stopped and gulped. You brought wrong file. Go bring right file. Sorry, sir. I'll bring fast. She ran towards elevator and now Wine was alone with Taehyung. What are you hiding? Nothing special. Taehyung raised his eyebrow and leaned towards Wine. Wine gulped and felt her heartbeat raising. She tried to step back, but till then Taehyung moved his hand behind her back and took chocolates from her. Chocolate is not good for health. He headed towards his cabin. Follow me. Yes, boss. She ran behind him. Boss, you had any work? Taehyung diverted his gaze. Why? You called me inside, so... From today you will stand here. Huh? Didn't hurt. I said you will stand here. Oh, okay. One lowered her head and then focused on his laptop and one took a glance of him secretly. Few minutes later, someone came inside without knocking. Taehyung, she smiled widely and went towards Taehyung. I missed you. She gave him a tight hug and once heart clenched, she thought to leave as that clenching feeling was too much and it was increasing with the time. She quietly headed out of Taehyung's cabin, but Taehyung's gaze were already on her. He saw her leaving. Yunjun, stay. I'll stay outside. You need privacy. She stepped out of cabin and Taehyung let out a sigh. See, even he understands we need to spend time privately. Taehyung moved her away. Why did you came here? Auntie sent me with your lunch. Thanks, I have some work, so I'm going out. Sony bowed. Can't you give me some time? I'm sorry. Sony let out a sigh. Okay, I'm going, bye. She again hugged him and placed a kiss on his cheek. Bye. She left and Taehyung sighed. He took his phone and called his PA.